We've come out here today, it's a beautiful evening, sun shining, it's really hot, not a lot of wind, and we're doing a bit of pest control. On this location we've got a lot of animals that you wouldn't find on a normal farm. We've also got cows and things that you'd normally find on a farm, but the jackdaws are really running out of control. They're everywhere, so if we can thin a couple of those down, that would be great. There's also squirrels, rabbits digging up the paddocks in the fields, and if any of the animals put their legs down there, it could really do them some harm and they may have to be put down, so that's quite important that we thin out their population as well. Going to make the most of the sunshine now and head off and do some shooting. There's a couple of jackdaws just come down in the llama field. Might be worth just stalking around and see if we can get a shot through the fence. See that jackdaw on the fence? Quite often there's a rat around this corner. There's a lot of chickens in this shed, and the farm managers asked me especially to knock a bit of a dent in the population. Normally I come here with a night vision, but quite often I've seen some running around this time of day, so we're just going to have a quick sneak around, see if there's any out foraging. So we've had a lot of rats around this particular area. They've been going underneath the shed, underneath the foundations of it, and then up into the chicken coop. Rats kill chickens, they chew off the head and it just kills them. Not only that, they eat the eggs as well. When you're trying to get eggs to sell, it's not really great. But that rat was just wandering around. He seemed very docile. I'm not sure whether it's the heat or maybe he's had a bit of poison in his system, I'm not sure, but we just put him out of his misery just like that. And he's just dead underneath the branches there. But I'm going to come back to this location when night's fallen. I'll put the night vision on at some point and see if we can get a few more. If they're out this time of day, there's going to be a lot more at night. See that jackdaw? That was a nice 35-40 yard jackdaw there. Got him with a chest shot, so he squawked a bit, but as soon as he was out of oxygen, there was nothing left to him. He dropped down in a big sludge pit. I've let him down there and he'll just rot with everything else. Bit of a shame because I would have liked to have used him as a decoy, but we'll have to see if we can get another one and maybe set that one up. But it's a lovely evening. We'll just carry on walking around and see if we can come across anything else. We're just gently walking along this bit of woodland here. Came across a magpie in an old dead tree, so I lined up the crosshairs. Well, first I lased him. It's at 39 yards, so I gave it my 40-yard aim point, which was a mil dot. Dropped that went straight down. But before I had a chance to pick it up, I heard a pigeon trying to mate in the tree above me. So I turned around, the one flew off, but obviously For mating to occur, there's got to be 2. So I stuck around, had a look, and then I just saw a pigeon waddling across a branch. I raised the rifle. It was a freehand unsupported shot. There was rests around, but from the angle that it was, I only had a thin letterbox to post the pellet through. It just dropped straight away. One of the great things about shooting here is nothing is wasted. This pigeon will just go straight back into the animals and they'll butcher them up and make light work of them. Another benefit with shooting them with the air rifle is they're not full of lead. So with a shotgun, they wouldn't be able to eat them. Because there's only 1 pellet in it, generally in the head, it's no problem with the animal's health. Let's go and pick up that magpie. Well, I've just shot a magpie, retrieved it, but now we're going to set it up as a decoy. So I've just got this branch, it's just a V-stick, so just trim off all the rough edges. Then I'm going to stick that in the ground, prop the magpie's head up in there, and I think I'm going to use one of the dead pigeons or maybe the dove because it's a little bit smaller. Pluck some feathers out just so it's obviously dead, then place the magpie over that bird. Corvids around here, well, corvids anywhere, love dead things, whether it be squirrels, rabbits, pigeons, whatever it is, they'll feed off it. So I'm going to place that out there, hopefully bring in a few of the corvids from the ones flying around. There's a solid flight line coming over behind us here. I've had some success in the past. Let's see how we go. So I've just set up the decoy behind me. I've put it next to a dead tree. So the plan is they'll see the bird, they won't come straight down to it, but they'll land in the dead tree and have a bit of a peer at it before they fly down, and then hopefully I'll whack them before they have a chance to go down into the grass. They're quite inquisitive and a little bit nervous. I'm really hoping that they just stay in that tree for that little bit longer to allow me to shoot them, but we'll see how it goes. We've had one come in now, so it's a good start already. If the flight line changes and they start coming straight over our heads and spotting us before they land, I'll put up a scrim net or a camo hide. That way we'll just have a little bit of cover to stop them from spotting us. But so far, so good. We've had a few come over, we've had a few land, but the couple that haven't landed, it's because they've seen us and flared off. Now, we're here to do a job, so I want the biggest bag as possible. So I'm just going to put up this camo net. I'll put another one over the top of it and we'll just sit in this box, and that'll keep us a lot more concealed, and hopefully the jackdaws won't see us quite so much. We're sat in the hide now. It's going really well. Just sitting in this hide and that little bit extra concealment has really helped us. The birds are flying over, completely unaware of our presence, so definitely worth putting it up today. We've just had a bonus rat as well. He's dead on the floor down there. But we're going to have a walk around now. I haven't had any come in for a little bit, so pigeons will start to be coming into roost and the rabbits might be out as well. But we've had a real good mixed bag today. Hopefully we'll put a few more down. So let's back up this hide and have a bit of a mooch. So knowing this ground fairly well, I knew that there'd be a couple of rabbits in this field, and sure enough there was. Spotted a rabbit on the outskirts of the field here. It was a bit too far, it was 70 yards, I knew that I needed to get in a bit closer. So I used the enclosure as a bit of a camouflage, so I just got really tight into it. Stalked into about 55 yards, blazed it on the rangefinder, and I got down, put the Spartan bipod on, and got ready for a nice prone solid shot, and just rolled it over beautifully. Didn't know anything about it, so that's really good humane shot, which is what we're always after. Even the young rabbits on this field have to be controlled, because if any of the animals put their foot down one of the rabbit holes and break a leg, they could have to be put down, which is really not acceptable. So that's where I come in and thin out as many as I can and keep the farmer happy and the animals safe. So today we've also been taking control of some of the jackdaws and the magpies and other corvids. These are really important to control at the minute, because the lambs are very young, and being pestered by jackdaws and crows and other corvids, again, just isn't wanted in this sort of environment. They also defecate in the meal, in the food, and eat the grain as well. The risk of disease being spread is just too high, so really need to keep on top of the numbers here. So a few more visits back is definitely needed, because there's still a hell of a lot flying around. I've also shot a couple of rats today. Pretty self-explanatory, you can't have rats running around. I mean, they're really unhygienic, they're dirty, they carry disease. And in a place like this, when you've got really sort of quite rare animals, you don't want them being harmed or even killed by rats, especially when it comes to the chickens and things like that. Not that they're rare, but you still don't want them killed. The rifle I'm using today is my trusty Air Arms S200. This is single shot. I haven't fitted the multi-shot adapter simply because I like having the scope as low as possible to the barrel. A multi-shot adapter just wouldn't fit under there. The scope on top is the Hawk Air Max 4-12x40. Lovely scope. This is the 25mm tube variant. Value for money wise, spot on. I absolutely love it. Love the AMX reticle. Fantastic for hunting like we've been doing today, rabbiting, jackdaw, decoying. It's just brilliant. You've got clear aim points, got windage lines as well, and spot on. They're held on by sports match mounts, 25mm lows. Yeah, and it's just a brilliant all-round gun. We've got a silencer on the end, so that keeps the muzzle crack down. Today we've been having shots at things, we'll knock one jackdaw down and other ones come straight back, so they haven't even noticed the crack of the muzzle. You might have noticed when I took that rabbit, I used the Spartan Javelin bipod. Super light, and it doesn't always have to be on the bottom of your gun. I didn't really want a bipod that was always weighing my gun down. I wanted something that I could stick in my pocket, quickly take off, especially if I was shooting a HFT competition. But then when I come to need it, just click it back on and be good to go. For gutting the rabbits and skinning the pigeons and cutting bits of sticks for decoying, I've just got the Leatherman Wave. Really nice multi-tool. Perfect for stuff like this. You've got everything on there. Got a saw for hide building, like I say, knife for everything else. So that's a great bit of kit, and one that's always in my hunting equipment. The rangefinder I've been using is the Hawk LRF 400. Spot on. You point at whatever you want to shoot, it gives you the range. Doesn't get any better than that. Simplicity and ease of use, it's just brilliant, and it's all I need. Just something that will tell me the range from 10 yards out to 55 yards. And that's pretty much it. All my gear wrapped up. Well, we've had a cracking day today. 4 pigeons, 2 jackdaws, a dove, a rabbit and a magpie, so a real mixed bag. I've just seen the farm manager, he's really happy with the work done today. Yeah, we'll definitely be back for another go. There's still loads to be had, loads of pigeons flying around and jackdaws, so it really is an ongoing sort of mission, but the key with air rifle shooting is come little and often, and that's the way to do the job properly. So looking forward to next time. It's been a lovely evening, but I think it's time to go home and have some tea, as it is 9:30.